Who's the baddest man in town? Show enough. Welcome to the Who Suggested This podcast, where this week we are watching a movie that was suggested to us by the audience. Huge deviation from the norm.
Yeah.
Normally we don't do that, but this week we are. Hosted by Drake and Dakota, I'm Drake.
I'm Dakota.
And we're doing the thing. We're doing the thing that I just said we're doing. Today we watched...
Wait, what thing?
Hotline Miami. Hotline Bling.
Miami Connection.
Miami Connection. Today we watched the Miami Connection, as suggested by...
Brian, a.k.a. Bad Movie Drinking Game on Instagram.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Brian!
The Miami Connection was super fun. Man, it was fun.
Man, oh man.
Don't get me wrong. That was a piece of production trash. I mean, I guess it came out in the 80s, so maybe it was fine.
It's okay for its time, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
like, think of Chopping Mall. It's like right on that level.
When did the original Terminator come out?
It
It came out during this year, which is either similar or different, and therefore it's why I'm drawing the connection, or not the Miami Connection.
So that.
So the movie starts off with some cowboys in Miami, some real cowboy hat wearing dudes marching up with their Uzis and their Glocks to do a drug deal in a rundown house in Miami. They're in there doing their drug deal. You know, they cut the bag open, they tongue it. You know, it's the good shit.
They tongue it.
They tongue that coke. It's the good shit. What?
Yeah, you take your knife, you cut open that bag of coke, and you stick your tongue all up in it.
Yep, that's coke, all right.
That's
and they nod at each other like, yep, that's Colombian bang bang. That's the stuff.
I as a Floridian, I'm ashamed to say I've never been to Miami, but I'm aware of the coke. What I wasn't aware of was the ninja gangs.
I've been to Miami, and let me tell you, I didn't see a single ninja, which only confirms that they exist.
My favorite thing before I even started this movie was I watched like 30 seconds of the trailer just to get a taste. And the top comment was like, yes, a movie to finally show the real struggles of Miami. Ninja gangs.
The ninja cartels. The Yakuza, but not really. Anyway, they show up to this drug deal going down, and they katana / shuriken / just whatever ninja weapons insert here. PVC pipe. No, that wasn't this first one. These were some real quality weapons.
Oh, these were real because it was Miami.
Yeah, these are some quality weapons in Miami. And boy, they stole a majority of the coke. They left like 4 bags of it on the table. But
they weren't thorough.
But they got the stuff in the giant ramen boxes. and they put it under their arms and they ran away.
Man, that's how you get through the borders. Yeah, you put a bunch of ramen on top of huge blocks of cocaine.
Anyway, they go back to the ninja dojo, where the leader walks into all of the ninja, like sitting there, you know, meditating or something. And he walks in and he goes, "You all forgot the most important thing. The money."
Is that what he was saying?
Yeah, he said, "You all forgot the money." He goes, "I remembered the money. I brought them. I got the money."
Okay, because it did not make any sense. I thought it sounded like the money, but I thought he was like saying something else.
They got in there and they stole the coke, but they forgot to steal the money that was going to be paid for the coke.
So it didn't matter because they just used a line to get the money.
Yeah. So so now they have it all. They have the money and the coke, and they're like, "And now it is time to go push all of this cocaine in Orlando."
Ayo!
And so, boom, hard cut to UCF. We got a club at UCF, or not at UCF, but
Go Knights!
In Orlando, a club in Orlando where the gang has been trying to sell their coke. Okay.
Yeah.
We get a throwaway line here from one of the gang members, like, "Hey, is that your sister up there with the band? Does she work here? You better tell her not to mess around here."
And
they sit down and start doing their coke peddling.
The coke peddling from the table. And all she's doing on the stage, which is the most wholesome song ever.
They're doing a song called Friends. It's a rock band doing a song called Friends.
She's just dancing like she's not doing anything. She didn't even get a triangle.
No, she was just dancing and smooching on the Shark Boy.
Yeah, Michael Phelps' daddy. I'm assuming. No facts. Just
Phelps face boy.
As the kids say, no
Phelps
facts,
face.
just printer.
What? Yep. No facts, just printer.
Or wait, they say facts,
nope,
no printer.
Facts, no printer. Facts, no facts.
Facts, no facts were checked on today's show. No, so yeah, it's the most whole. I'm like, if my sister was going to be a part of any gang, that's the one, or any band, that's the one I want her to be a part of.
We learn later that the problem with her being as a part of this band is that the Miami Ninja had a band put in place in this club to help push cocaine.
Oh no!
Yep. So
the song's about friendship. I'm doing it.
And so she is part of this kiddie band, where the cocaine is now having to be pushed not off the stage. It's being pushed just out in the audience. So that obviously doesn't fly.
That doesn't fly, because like when I hear about friendship and loyalty and stuff, I'm thinking
like maybe I don't need to do coke.
Maybe
today.
I don't need coke.
Maybe I don't need coke today.
Well, do you remember any of the lyrics? Because like that was such a bop.
No.
Friendship.
It was definitely like friendship and
loyalty.
Best friends and we'll be best friends forever. And,
yeah.
And I mean, like play the SpongeBob song, you know?
Yeah.
It's basically that. F is for friends.
Yeah, it was adorable.
But it was a good song, and then they played the whole thing, and it took forever.
Yeah, they
that happened on multiple occasions during this film. They would start playing a song, and then they would play the entire song, and like they would not montage it over anything. It would just be the band playing the song on the stage for 3.5 minutes.
And it wasn't just songs. Any kind of scene that was irrelevant. They always
lasted too long.
Any irrelevant scene, we were left sitting there.
Well, they wanted to get the runtime up to 90 minutes, okay?
Because they sat there and cut out crucial points to the plot.
They wanted to get the runtime up to 90 minutes without having to film the plot.
That's how you summarize Miami Connection, kids.
So anyway, we then cut to this girl, the sister, in class, studying computer science in the 80s, right? She's in a computer lab. And the shark face from the band comes in, and he's like, he just did a bunch of really dumb gestures that cracked her up. She thought they were fucking hilarious.
So funny.
And so she obviously cut class with him to go meet her brother with him. They were going to introduce him to her brother. She's like, but I got to let you know, he runs with a rough crowd. We've had some trying times in our lives, and he got me through it. But boy, that boy sells a lot of coke.
And this boy goes from 0 to 100 very quickly.
Yeah, so they meet. He's like, hey, nice to meet you. He's like, who's this guy? She's like, this is just my friend. He goes, friend! And he punches him in the face.
What?
By the way, he's surrounded by his coke gang.
His 5'3" gang.
His 5'3" gang of coke thugs.
This boyfriend's the tallest one of them all.
By a large margin.
I think I could have kicked everyone in this movie's ass.
Anyway, the rest of the band comes up. By the way, they're not just a band. They're also Taekwondo black belts. Their band is called Sound Dragon.
Yeah.
Their next song is about Taekwondo friendship. It's called Taekwondo Family. That's what it is. It doesn't, but then we get to like meet the band. Okay, we get a little band hangout sesh, where they're doing Taekwondo behind the school. Okay, and this scene takes a minute,
too long.
But the majority of it is called back to later in the film.
Surprisingly, I did not think that would happen.
They did a scene for scene replication of them practicing fighting, and then the exact same thing happening in a real fight later in the film, and then them nailing it because they had practiced with their family friendship.
Hats off to you. You guys did it. You gave us a scene that was worthless and made it worth something for a minute. later.
Boy,
so
it
like
took so long.
the main guy, which I don't even know his name, he's like fighting the air for a while, doing some moves.
Yeah, he's doing forms. He's going through forms.
And then one guy comes up.
Show me your moves.
Doing his moves.
Hey, caca.
And then the other guy comes up.
I'm Asian. Can't you tell by my accent?
Start showing him some moves.
Hey, let me sip a pizza pie.
And he gives him a 1 and a 2. And then the third guy comes up, and that's when
He's got a little fake knife.
Big old little rubber knife. But I know that the most effective way to do self-defense towards a person with a knife is come at them very slow. To give them time to knock it out of your hand.
Yep.
That's what happens every single time.
Yep. And in the actual fight. So that's how you know it's real.
That's how you know it's real.
That's how you know it's real, because it happened in the actual fight that way.
I said, no way is that realistic.
So that happened.
Boy, was my nose green.
Boy, was her nose green. What a green nose that one had. You had egg on your face? I don't fucking know. What are you trying to say? She had a green nose.
Boy, is there egg on my face.
Boy, is my nose green. Ah, look at that. Oh, boogers.
It's a saying.
It's a living. So that happened for a while. Then we cut to
What?
No. We cut back to the club where the old band who got kicked out is really upset with the club owner, and he goes in there and he's like, "Hey, remember when I had a job here and you fired me and you hired this kiddie band?" He's like, "You don't work here anymore. Get out of here. You're not my band. You guys suck." And then he's like, "We suck." And then they had a brawl with the club owner.
This whole subplot with the band being kicked out, I didn't get that. I didn't know this was happening until the street fight.
Yeah.
And I think someone said it, and I was like, huh?
Is that what happened?
There was too much going on. I thought, like, I could not differentiate who was Ninja Gang.
So that this band that got kicked out were employed by Ninja Gang to help push the drugs in the club.
They
were coke pushers.
Now we get it.
They're pushers. I'm the pusher.
I'm a pusher.
So shit. I don't know. Let's just go ahead to the street fight.
So I'll tell you what's going on.
What's going on?
They go down to the Winnapock train tracks.
The Winnapock train tracks. They drive their car down to the Winnapock train tracks.
If you're unaware at this point, we're from Central Florida, so this was a treat. This is a major treat, at least for me. I don't know about you. This is a major treat. I just
recognizing the set location.
The set locations. I was like, we know that street.
I've been there.
So wait. This was the downtown fight was first. That's right.
Yeah.
So they're down on Church Street, downtown Orlando, and they're just driving in their little convertible, trying to have a little night on the town. I guess I don't know where they were trying to
go back and forth between Boston and Jewish.
I don't
so
care.
Fast. I don't know what to do. Like a Jewish mother and just like stand in Boston.
That's what happens when I get a Washington apple. So they go down to downtown Orlando and they're about to tussle. This happens a lot. This is the setup for most scenes, is that they drive up in their little convertible and they get surrounded by thugs, and then they sit there for a minute and then they jump out of the car and they all run in different directions.
They have a tussle.
And then they tussle it up.
They tussle with 30 plus people.
30 plus. This first scene, though, they like sat in the convertible and then they let a guy come up and pour beer on their heads.
Like 5 cars were just like parked in front of them, like all of them carrying PVC pipes and baseball bats, just like yelling at them. And they just sat there. They're like, I'm sure this will pass. I'm sure that this is just going to work itself out. And we don't need to back up. We don't need to drive away.
We can easily reverse.
This problem will easily solve itself soon. And they let that go on for 5 minutes until beer is poured on their heads.
The guy. Well, he pours it on his head.
Yeah, and then he pulls Mullet Mustache Boy, the hero of the film.
The
hero. In no plot sense, the hero of the film is pulled from the vehicle because
that's how tiny he is.
Because he weighs like 115 pounds tops.
Soaking wet with beer.
Most of that is wet mullet.
Yeah, and they just pull him right out. Well, like that whole scene just like blew my mind. He dumps beer on his head. Like, which I don't know. I get it. It's like, I'm crazy. They call me Crazy Ed. I don't know. But you pour some beer, you pour some beer in your head and you go, ah! But then he goes over and they just all let him. And I swear one of them like leans his head in, like, it's my turn.
Don't miss me. I want the beer. I want the beer head.
You made a good point during these movies where you said in the 80s, it's not about acting. It's about just saying your line.
You got to make sure the line is said. You have to make sure that the words get out of your mouth.
That's everything in this damn movie.
I said the words that were on the page, and now the audience is aware of what they're supposed to know via the words that I said.
Yes, and when I'm supposed to have
and that's
extreme
acting.
Emotion, that's when I'll show a little bit.
Or too much.
Or too
much.
Friend! So they tussle with all these guys in the street. Of course, they beat them all up, which is surprising.
Yeah.
And then we get them, they just beat them up and then they go back home. And
then they go home.
And then we get the best scene in the movie.
Then we get a really emotional scene where a guy's like, hey guys, I'm going to take a shower first.
Oh, hey.
And he says it just like that.
Yeah, it sounds just like that. Hey, you got a letter in the mail. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
No. What's it say? What is it?
Went on too long, that whole struggle. And then he opens it, immediately crumples it, and then just stands there mad, but then like not in his face though. His face was plain, but he was like, crumple.
Something about my brother.
I did not listen. I'm sorry.
Something about my brother, and I can't find him. And
boy, is my nose green because we did not listen to this whole scene.
She's got the greenest nose I've ever seen right now.
He was talking about like his brother went off to war, and then he was saying like he hasn't seen him since.
Haven't seen him since, or something about my dad, maybe.
But then later they were talking about his father, so we were like,
he was definitely young enough to be his brother.
We were hella confused, but that scene went on way too long. It was like a dramatic monologue.
I was bored. What do you want from me? I was laughing at the letter thing.
He was focused more on trying to get a tear out than like portray what he was saying.
He did get a tear out though.
He did.
Mission
get a tear accomplished.
Mission accomplished. And then we get like a friendship montage.
And then they were all
they go to the beach.
Yeah. Oh, and they get to they catcall a bunch of women.
They catcall a bunch of women.
Oh, you don't find those buns over at the bakery?
You don't find them buns at the bakery? No way!
They don't make buns like those down at the bakery.
And their catcalls are just the highest pitch. Like, all of these guys have just, like, little nasally voices.
It's like whatever beach you can, like, drive down in their car. So there's...
The new Smyrna?
Is it? I don't know, maybe.
I think so.
I've never been on a beach I can drive on.
I believe it's New Smyrna.
Smyrna. As us Jews say. So they're at a beach where you could drive down.
And the hero of the film gets pushed into a group of women who then just go, get out of here, get out of here.
Another scene that lasted way too long of them smacking him.
Then we get like 5 different angles of Sharkface and the sister just making out in the water.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Like,
why?
Crossfade.
Oh god, everything lasted too long in this movie. And then
not the movie though. I thought the movie lasted the right amount of time.
Yeah.
Didn't overstay its welcome.
Too bad we didn't.
Thought it was nice.
Get more information.
I didn't want information. Information is not what I wanted from this film.
I guess these scenes are like we complain about it, but it's exactly what we wanted.
Yeah. Then they like go to the restaurant guy. They have a friend who owns a restaurant, and they go there, and he's kicking the crap out of some UCF students that tried to steal food from his restaurant.
They ate and then they just like got up. So
they tried to dine and dash. We're not paying for this shit. And then he kung fu's them. Probably taekwondos. I don't know. He kung fu's them, and then they have like a heart to heart with him about how taekwondo is about friendship.
I know I had to beat those men up, but it's not about that.
Taekwondo is what happens in the heart.
It's about peace.
It's what happens in here. Then mullet guy gets kidnapped, I guess.
No. Okay, so then I don't know how we got here, but we're just gonna go there. The Jets and the Sharks have a tussle at the railroad tracks.
There is a I think it was just another random scene where they were driving in their convertible up to the railroad tracks and
we're supposed supposed to know, like, on the side during these small conversations that just like the gym owner guy, the cocaine people are just mad.
The cocaine people are
and
mad.
they're trying to just
they're
take them
mad
out.
Coke guys.
That's basically, I mean, that's every tussle in this movie.
And don't forget the Orlando Coke gang is headed by Bill, the sister is a brother.
Yeah, that
I think his name was Bill.
He's somebody.
Who later the leader of the Miami Ninja calls his brother, but probably not real brother.
Oh, my favorite part during that sad monologue we talked about earlier was the fully black man said my mother was Korean and my dad was black.
Well, we had to get some more martial arts in there somehow. You can't just have a black martial artist in the 80s. That's not kosher.
If that guy had any Korean in him, then my name is Sally.
Also, the guy who played his dad was lighter than
he was.
he was full dark.
Like,
that man.
I know we just suspend suspend.
I did not suspend my disbelief. I just disbelieved.
We just disbelieved.
I just disbelieved.
Whatever. But yeah, so they go to the Winnebago train tracks.
The line did nothing anyway.
Yeah, it didn't do anything.
No need for that line.
No need. Why? But anyway, why can't a black man just like Taekwondo?
Because whenever that happens, you get shown enough.
Show enough.
That's what happens when a black man likes Taekwondo.
Go listen to Black Dynamite. So
wait, that's a different one. That's a different one.
Show enough is in Black Dynamite.
Nope.
Show enough is in.
You'll get there. Who's the baddest man in town? Show enough. What is that? Come on.
Last Dragon.
There we go.
Go listen / watch our Last Dragon episode.
But you can do Black Dynamite too. That's another thing that happens whenever a black man loves kung fu. I told you not to call me during my kung fu.
I'm gonna shake this poisonous shit out of your system.
Black Dynamite, no, we've already tried that.
So they're tussling in the thing, which is the exact same setup. Like he said, they drive up in the convertible. They get surrounded by thugs. They jump out of the car, and then they run in different directions, and they beat up their respective people, and then they leave.
But this one had a little gem where Sharkface got into a 5v1 in like a mounded situation where he's like in a mound of sand, and he beats the first four while one of them like hides in the bushes, like peeking his head out up and down. He was wearing a crop top. He had a crop top and long hair,
and like a nice women's style cap,
a designer hat.
Yeah.
And so after he beats up the first four, this guy, to his credit, jumps out and he says, "Do it, right here." And he just does a spin kick and kicks him in the tummy, and he collapses.
It was the best scene in the whole movie.
Do it.
I was like, who taught you how to fight?
He just came out to take his licks. I think
he just hangs around the gym just to check out the cute boys. He's not there to fight.
He's not a fighter. He's a lover.
So they
Can we fast forward to the kidnapping now? They
fight, and then bullshit happens. I could not tell you.
Kidnapping.
You don't remember anything that happens between then?
They go back to a restaurant and it's raining.
Yeah, so it rains for 3 seconds, which is accurate to Central Florida. And the group goes in while one of them stays in the convertible because it's raining.
He's got to park it.
So the rest just get out and jump into the...
But the hero of the film with the mullet and the mustache.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I mean, honestly, anything that happens in between there is just more friendship montages. Like, oh, he's writing this song about whatever. Oh, I hope he likes it. I'm sure he'll like it. Or a girl going in to talk to her brother like, hey, don't fight these guys. I love him, okay?
There was that really long scene of one of the guys in the band saying, I don't think we should play there anymore because that's just a bunch of trouble.
Yeah. And I just don't like that they're selling Coke to all the kids.
Yeah, they're selling Coke. We should just leave there and then tour.
But we have to do something.
Italy, because that guy's Italian.
Yeah, we gotta go to the nations of all of us. We gotta go to where our parents are from, and we gotta go to all the Taekwondo dojos.
That scene made it had zero impact on the story of the film.
No, so that's why I skipped all these. They suck and they're dumb.
But I want to tell them because you guys can't get away from this. You can't get away from this. I'm gonna make you suffer.
So we're back to the kidnapping.
We're back to the kidnapping.
We're back to the kidnapping.
So Mullet, mustache
Mullet's
man.
parking the car, and then he gets dragged out of it by a group of, the Coke gang.
Yeah.
The Coke gang shows up. They throw him in the trunk very easily because he's a tiny
man.
lithe man.
Yes.
He's a little bitty boy, little bitty baby boy, daddy's baby boy. They throw him in the trunk, and they drive him back to the Coke house. And next time we see him, he's got his shirt off and crop top, long hair guy's like, yeah, and he's pushing him in there. He's like, get in there. And then we cut back to him, and now he's got his shirt off, and he's like, yeah.
Everybody's shirts up. Woo!
I think everyone should take their shirts off. Which he doesn't say, but he should. You know he did. You know he said it.
Fill in the gaps,
You gotta read between the...
But I just want to know why our mullet baby daddy boy
Daddy's baby boy
had like a huge cat scratch just across his
cat
chest.
scratch and a big old bruise on his face.
Big old bloody bruise.
Somebody went rawr. Got him good.
Which like leads us to like a lot of these like wounds in this movie. I thought it was gonna be a little bit like they wouldn't do any special effects makeup. I thought it was gonna just be more like oh, you get hit. Oh, you're off screen
Some
now.
of the wounds were way over the top.
Like cutting off an arm,
face chopped in half,
huge forehead gash.
So okay. I'm gonna do another. I remembered a thing that had no bearance on the movie whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
But it took forever, and it's where we got all the boobs.
Oh.
I honestly couldn't even tell you what members of the actual film are involved in this thing, but there is a scene where they're at a biker rally, and there's just a bunch of bikers riding around, and none of them that I recognized were actually members of the cast.
I think Bill ? Might have been in there for like a second to say some line.
About what?
But I think the filmmakers just saw a bunch saw Bike Week happening and was like, "You guys want to be in a movie?"
So there's about a 10-minute scene of Bike Week, just like a bunch of bikers doing biker shit at a biker bar, and titties were out, and like they were trying to do motorcycle tricks
and failed.
One guy failed abysmally.
Abysmally.
It was very embarrassing for him, I'm sure.
I think the titty count was like 10. So if you're interested in that when you're watching a movie,
10 tatas.
10 titty tatas.
And they are all experienced biker women. Yep.
So are we back to the kidnapped?
So actually, that was the end of that scene where they threw him in the Coke house, because the next thing we knew, we were at the train tracks again, and they had him tied up to a post at the top of a staircase.
Yes, which we got 0 scenes. Like, that is exactly how it happens. We had 0 scenes with our main crew finding out or like where he's been kidnapped to. 0. That's one of the things I was like, we have these long ass scenes of nonsense, and then we have no explanation on how they found him.
It's not important how they found him, Dakota. They did, okay?
The actual plot is not important.
They found him, all right? They knew.
Yeah, like literally, they're all just like, it's middle of the night. They strung him up. They got lights. They're all just like ready to go. And then we see our team just like peek out of a bush, like.
And so then we get another, taekwondo fight where they fight their way up to rescue Mullet Mustache Man.
Which severely outnumbered, but they
did it. Boy, howdy, they did it again with no casualties on the side of Dragon Sound Dragon. However,
is it Dragon Sound or Sound Dragon?
It's Sound Dragon.
Are you sure?
Yep, it is. But they get to the top. They untie the mullet baby
daddy big baby boy.
Daddy big baby boy. But they unfortunately push Bill, the brother.
They don't push him. He backs himself off.
Right.
In self-defense.
Off of the top of a ledge, and then he falls to his death.
Yeah. So
this is the first casualty from Sound Dragon. It's the first casualty they've inflicted.
In your mind, like, you're like, oh, this must be a conclusion to the movie. Roll credits.
They did not roll credits.
No, there's more. So don't worry.
There's a lot more. Because now we find out that the Ninja Lord of Miami considered Bill a brother. up in Orlando. Brother Bill.
They didn't even say you're considered brother. They just said your brother.
They just said Brother Bill.
And I was like, what?
This extended family is getting kind of weird.
What?
But anyway, now the Miami Ninja attack Orlando, and so they're on their way up. But we find out we get another letter in the mail for Jim,
half Korean, half
Jim,
black man.
For Jim, his name is fucking Jim. For Jim,
Sure.
The Korean black boy,
And
he gets another letter, and he's like, I did it! I found my father! He's gonna be at the Orlando airport!
how did he do anything, though?
A letter. And then we get a shopping montage where he puts on a sweet suit. And then they stop by to say, hi to baby bullet mustache, baby big boy, big sardine. Anyway. So they say bye to him and the girlfriend's sister, who is immediately over the death of her brother.
She's like, I'm sad, but I understand.
I'm sad it happened, but I understand that you guys killed my brother to rescue this guy.
Let's make out.
And everyone's looking at him like, yeah, nice.
And then the other guy that doesn't matter because
he was there and then he wasn't. Whatever.
It was
so they hop in the convertible and then they're driving across a bridge, and like it happens, they're attacked by a flock of ninja.
You guessed it. They're in their convertible and they get surrounded by thugs.
So they jump off the bridge, and then they have a kung fu fight in the river. And at first it's pretty PG, like most of the kung fu fights, but then the katanas come out.
No, wait, hold on. You're missing the main point of this whole fight. Two of them jump off one side into the dirt, run, and then one of them jumps off into the river. Your favorite fucking sound effects.
Oh yeah, they jump into the river and it goes splish.
Like, splish. 5 people are jumping into a river, and it sounds like someone took a glass of water and just like did this, like just stuck a couple fingers in and just did splish, splish, splish. It was so quiet compared to how much noise they should have been making.
I did forget about that. That was awesome.
It was amazing.
The Foley experts, they did a really good job on the footsteps earlier in the film as well.
Really loud footsteps, really quiet
loud
splashes.
footsteps, and really quiet talking. The sound design was fucking off. It was so off.
So they're all fighting. And then
Jim
Korean
gets katanaed, man.
Yeah, that guy.
He gets katanaed right across his tummy, and he screams like he's dying. He's like, and it continues on like that for a very long time.
It was not that serious.
It was a light wound to the tum-tum, which admittedly probably hurt, but like everybody's been being hurt through this whole movie. Is this the first time you ever stubbed a toe, my guy?
You're a fighter. Like you gotta get through the pain to survive. But no, you're like,
shut up.
You're acting like you're dead and having your friend drag you through the fucking Florida still water. You both are getting bacteria.
Yeah, boy's getting parasites. But as soon as this happens, boy, oh boy, the other two dudes, like, take it up a notch. They start stealing katanas from the ninja, and they kill about 25 of them. Back to back.
Dude, that's
just like, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
The Michael Phelps, like, boyfriend character is just, like...
He's an animal.
He, like, kind of went off the rails
He's
there.
a fucking animal. He turns into Wolverine.
He had, like, crazy eyes. I was afraid that they were going to lose him to the dark side.
He's going to start just fucking killing civilians.
Like,
I'm not done killing!
Like, he got a little, like, back wound, which was the same fucking intensity of the guy's chest wound. Be the way.
And as soon as he got it, he fucking rips his shirt off and starts just, like, fucking hulking out.
Killing everybody left and right.
And then almost all the ninja are dead. One of them crawls back to the one wearing white, the Ninja King, and they're like, everyone is dead.
Are you really gonna sit up here and fucking meditate, bro?
And then white guy chops that guy's head off and then laughs. and then does all of the moves that we saw them practice earlier in the film to the guy, and the guy fucking kills him. He kills him good because he knew with the power of Taekwondo, family, and friendship how to do this. And then then we get another we flash forward to the hospital after he kills him.
Yeah, we that was another point. We were like, end credits.
No, they didn't. They gave us another scene
where the black kid still being alive.
We meet the black kid and his dad,
the dad who was at least 30
He was
with
only 30.
white. They
He
like
was so
spray
young.
painted his hair white and his mustache white, and they're like,
And he
"Thank
spoke like this. He spoke very quietly
Thank
whenever
you for
he.
taking care
Thank you
of
for
my
taking care of my boy. Thank you for taking care of Jim. You're the only reason he's alive today. I almost lost him once, and now I almost lost him again. And thank you so much for what you've done for me and my family. And God bless America, and God bless you, sir. You fine immigrant."
That's how it went. It's probably the same length too.
Yeah. No, I could have gone a lot longer if I wanted to match what he did. But then
Jim's wheeled out.
Then it does cut to a black screen where it says only the ending violence can bring world peace. And then it did roll credits.
Wow. So wait, did the guy go crazy and just like start killing civilians? You know what? Canon. That's what happened.
Why not? Why not? Good job. Good job, you fucking animal.
Miami Connection 2.
I actually, because of that, I think I've chosen him as my character of the film, the fucking animal.
Oh, cool.
He's the. Oh no! It's got to be the hero. It's baby.
I was gonna say that's mine.
Yeah, he's a fucking god. He's a god.
He's a god amongst men.
I'm so sad he wasn't in the ending fight scene, and I know it's because he doesn't know martial arts, but. Because
That's true.
He's not in any
those
of those
two
scenes.
guys,
He's always tied up or fucking like in a room or fucking something. He's never in the fight scenes.
That is true. Damn.
But he's still a fucking god.
Yeah, he was great, and like I love that look is back.
Oh yeah, it's good look.
It's
good look.
I mean, not everyone will agree with it, but it's back and it's big baby.
It's big baby, big hair, big mustache, big chest hair.
Yeah.
Got the taco meat flowing.
Let's go.
So yeah, that's Beastie Boy and Beastie Boy Sharkface, and he's basically a street shark. You remember the show Street Sharks? Well, there was like a bunch of sharks that grew legs and wore rollerblades.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. It was out around like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle in the 90s. Never mind. He reminded me of a street shark.
The street sharks I know snap and dance.
Yeah. Yeah, those are street sharks too, but these were different. These ones were, one of them was named Hammerhead.
Well, if you know what he's talking about, comment below.
Just put a picture of a street shark. Everyone's
Nope.
going to know.
Nope.
Please. I've given you a few of those this episode. That's very mean of me.
I gotta do work now.
I gotta look there. I got a Google shot. Read that in my mouth.
All right,
So we've got a character of the film.
we've got our favorite character, which
and-
happens to be the same guy.
It is, but it also Beastie Boy, Sharkface, Sharkbait, ooh-ha-ha.
Shark bait.
Also a
He's
great
on my
guy.
favorite character.
He's on there. I'm gonna put him on there because I know you're gonna put on the truly best guy. I believed in you, and you did it.
My favorite second character then is
What?
the
You don't get
tier. You have two.
I've only got the one.
You said I didn't put him up there. I would have Shark Boy as my second one.
No, that's not what I said.
You did in my head.
Okay, headcanon.
Is the my second one is the tier the guy shed during his really long monologue.
You choose the tier.
Choose the tier.
Do you think that tier had any salt in it, or do you think it was a fake tier?
I think it had some saline.
I don't know. Were there any cuts? I think it was all one scene. I think it was all one take.
No, I think there definitely was a cut right before he like started pacing.
Oh, maybe.
You know?
Bummer.
All right.
I thought he did it. I thought he did the thing.
Oh, more like this. Samurai Cop.
Yeah.
We've already done that one, baby.
Samurai Cop is great. It was what, our second movie? First movie? Second movie?
It was the second technically, but I think it like shows up as our first.
Well, it depends
for
on
some
where you
reason.
look. It actually, our first 3 episodes show up in different orders. depending
Yeah,
on where
that's
you
what I'm
look at them.
saying. Like, it kind of.
It could be our first. It could be our second. Who knows? I think we already had a title for the podcast by then, though. So
It's like I never, ever would have sat down and watched all these bad kung fu, samurai, ninja, whatever you want to call it, movies.
they're so great.
But they're like turning into my favorite things to talk about on the show.
They're wonderful.
How is this possible?
They're wonderful. Man, and the songs. So there were like 5 different songs in this movie that were played by Sound Dragon. And they played the whole song every fucking time. And they were honestly, they were kind of bangers.
Was it 5? I swear it was like 3.
There were 5 songs because I remember counting them in the credits. 3 of them I think we got a full playthrough of.
Like one was played when like an actual like when they were playing it on stage, and then
2 of them were.
And then the 2 of them, but one of them I heard was brought back, and we got it.
They did play it a second time.
Yeah.
While
I think that was the beach. That was the beach. So it was the very first song that they played on stage. They played it again at the beach, and I was like, they literally they could not afford any like song credits or like copyright
all of
or
them
whatever.
were original songs.
Yeah, which I gotta say is a little impressive that they got this quality of songs on their.
They were bangers. They were good.
Who was writing? They must have had a friend in the music department.
In the music department
of
at
UCF.
You ready for some fun facts?
Fun facts with Dakota. 2 of the police officers who arrive at the scene in the Winnapac train track scene.
And we're doing it. We're back. We're back. Just like that.
So during that scene,
during the Winnapac train park scene,
when they're like far away from civilians and they're fighting in all corners of the world, somebody called the police. Somebody. And then like you see the cars race off, but the cop cars who would have seen them race off drive to where they were and then stop and get out. And they're like, oh, they must have left.
We got to get these gangs out of here anyway.
So those 2 police officers were actual cops. Be the way. They're apparently so nervous that one of them points his pistol straight at his fellow officer's torso. I didn't catch that.
I didn't know they got the pistol out anyway. Did they get out of the car and draw firearms?
It's not like inside of a car you can't see shit. You're like, where'd they go?
Where did they go? This is where they told us that the gangs were fighting.
Oh, maybe we should have followed those cars that just sped off in the dirt.
No. They said at the train tracks, and that's where we are. We're at the train tracks.
Why did we get so quiet?
We're at well, because we're the police officers. We're very calm in the face of danger.
Collected.
We're calm and collected. We're the Winnapac police.
Now we talking.
When there's danger, we know how to handle the situation. We point our guns directly at the torsos of our fellow police officers.
Next cop that pulls me over, I'm gonna be like, have you seen Miami Connection?
You're gonna be like, hello.
Were you in it?
Was your father a cop in Winter Park? Was he in Miami Connection?
So the main guy of the Good Guy Dojo, I think, is
the main guy of the Good Guy Dojo.
YK Kim.
YK Kim,
who spent millions of his own money to produce, promote, and distribute this film himself.
He had millions of dollars.
Okay, so
what?
A sub fun fact is Brian, who suggested this. Not because he told me specifically, but because I stalked his Instagram, which is Drunk Movie Drinking Game, right? Is that right?
Yeah. Drunk Movie Drinking Game.
I stalked his page and read in one comment.
It's Bad Movie Drinking Game.
Bad Movie Drinking.
I was going to let it go, but for his sake, let's promote that shit.
I was asking legitimately, and you said yes.
Yeah, but I like it when you say things wrong. Normally, I just double down on that. Like a green nose.
Yeah, so I was like stalking and reading comments on like his post about this movie, and I think he said that he met him one time because he has like a taekwondo like actual dojo.
I believe that.
So maybe that's how he got his millions?
He got millions from a dojo?
Probably loans too. Can you get loans to make a movie?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a fun fact.
Jesus Christ.
YK Kim was so popular in Orlando, Florida that the local government and law enforcement allowed him to film anywhere in the city without permits. So he's doing something. He has millions.
Yeah. He must. Man, yeah, I don't know. If you're in at Winter Park, you can do whatever you want. That's what I think.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're like on the inside, like that, there's like an inner ring, and you can just fucking like whatever.
Yeah.
The
Winter Park is like
penis of America is your oyster.
Yes. Winter Park's like the wealthy side of Central Florida. FYI. For our Russian listeners out there.
Wee. Oh, yeah. That's for you guys.
For the people unfamiliar with Florida geography. Most of the cast are students of YK Kim, who owned a chain of Taekwondo studios.
There you go. He has a chain. It's not just one.
You're telling me these guys weren't actors?
I don't believe it. Not for a second. They seemed very acty. I think Mustache Mullet Man was probably an actor.
I would pay money that he does not own one of the franchises of the
one of the Dujus.
Dujus. I don't know if it's a fun fact, but despite the title, the movie takes place in Orlando.
Nobody wants a movie called The Orlando Connection. The connection is to Miami because that's where the Coke comes from.
I personally agree. I don't want to watch a movie called Orlando Connection. Miami Connection sounded fun. It had like neon in like the movie poster, which makes me think of Miami, not Orlando. I feel like Orlando in the 80s was just like beige and
not ninja.
Boring. Miami in the 80s,
Ninja.
Neon. Different N-word, but still the same
Ninja
thing. Oh, okay. This is actually kind of a fun fact. All of the bikers were real bikers who were paid in beer. 100 of the bikers showed up for the film's premiere. That rhyme?
That's fun. Beer and premiere. A little bit.
You guys want to be in a movie? Oh, sure. We'll pay you in beer. Yeah.
And that's the vibe it was too.
That really was. I mean, they were just like in a bar drinking.
Yep. And as someone who paid more attention than me, feel free to comment and let me know why they were in the film at all.
I swear, just the bad cocaine leader guy that died, Bill, maybe was like sitting in the middle of the bar and said something, but I'm
not entirely convinced that the white ninja, like the king of the ninja, I think he was the Asian leading the pack.
Yeah.
But also, why do I care? Why do I care that he's a biker leader?
Well, oh, he was okay, so yeah, he was in the front of the pack in those scenes.
I
forgot about that.
Why do I care that this ninja wears several hats?
What is happening?
What? I don't. FYI.
So that's it for fun fact.
Dakota, if someone wanted to suggest a film to the podcast, how would they do it?
You can comment below.
Comment below.
Comment on our Instagram.
Comment on our Instagram.
Go to our website.
Go to our website.
Type us up a nice little suggestion.
Type us a suggestorino, pepperino, papagino.
Under the movie suggestion category.
Tell us why you did it. Tell us why it's fun. Tell us why. And maybe we'll talk about you.
Give us some fun facts and we'll throw them in the podcast.
Tell us something fun about yourself. Tell us
why this movie means so much to you.
Tell us why it doesn't mean so much to you. Tell us why it's a piece of shit. Tell it what
your favorite scene.
Tell us who made you watch it so we can help you beat them up.
Why you wanna?
Or just do what everybody does and fucking tell us in person and we'll write it down.
No!
That's all they ever do.
I want official forms filled out.
I do like forms. It's nice for data aggregation.
They're only 20 pages long. It's
I love
not
aggregate
that bad.
data. Aggregate data. Easy for me to say.
So thanks, Brian, for this one because it was actually a delight. These this week and last week's were a delight.
We've had some fun ones. I'm sure that something shitty is right down the pipeline.
That's how it goes. We get a couple ones we like, and then
I'm sure that a big old turd's about to shoot out of that pneumatic tube right into our open, gaping mouths.
If you want to be that turd, suggest a movie.
And we're ready. Goodbye.